Subject: cryptography, network security, and cyber laws. Today's topic is penalties and adjudication. In that, first one is penalty for damage to computer system, etc. If any person without permission of the owner or any other person who is in charge of a computer system or the computer networks, the following points: access are secure access to computer system or computer network. Second one is, in that one is, downloads, copies or extracts any data, computer database or information from such computer system or computer network, including information or data held or stored in any removable storage medium. And third one is, introduces or causes to be introduced any computer contaminant or computer virus into any computer system or the computer network. The second point, compensation for failure to protect data. If a corporate handling any sensitive information in a computer resource owns, controls or operates in a negligent in maintaining security which causes gain to other person, in such case the corporate shall be liable to pay damages to the party. The third point is penalty for failure to furnish information, return, etc. If any person who is required under this act or any rules or regulation made the under to, first one is, furnish any document, return or report to the controller or the certifying authority, fail to furnish the same, he shall be liable to a penalty not exceeding 1,50,000 rupees for each such failure. The next one is residuary penalty. The contravention of which no penalty has been separately provided shall be liable to pay a compensation not exceeding 25,000 rupees to a person affected by such contravention, or a penalty not exceeding 25,000 rupees. The next one is power to educate. For this purpose of adjudicating under this chapter whether any person has committed a contravention of any of the provision of this act, of any rule, regulation, direction or order made the under the central government, shall subject to the provision of subsection. Next point is factor to be taken in account by the adjudication officer. While adjudicating the quantum of compensation under this chapter, the adjudication officer shall have due regard to the following factors, namely, there are 3 points: the amount of gain of unfair advantages whenever quantifiable made as result of the default, and the second one is the amount of loss caused to any person as a result of the default, and third one is the repetitive nature of the default. The next concept is the Cyber Regulation Appellate Tribunal. In that we have the following parts, types. The first one is establishment of the Cyber Appellate Tribunal. The next one is compensation of Cyber Appellate Tribunal. Next, qualifications for appointment as presiding officer of the Cyber Appellate Tribunal, term of office, salary, allowances and other terms and conditions of service of the presiding officer. Next, filling up of vacancy, resignation and removal, order constituting appellate tribunal to be final and not to be invalidate its proceedings. Next one is staff of the Cyber Appellate Tribunal, Next, appeal to Cyber Appellate Tribunal. Next one is procedure and powers of the Cyber Appellate Tribunal, right to legal representation. Next, last one is the appeal to High Court. These are the Cyber Regulation Appellate Tribunal. And next concept is offenses. In that, first one is tampering with computer source code. Whoever knowingly or intentionally concerns, destroy or alters or intentionally or knowingly cause another to conceal, destroy or alter any computer source code used for the computer program, computer system or the computer network when the computer source code is required to be kept maintained by the law. Next one is hacking with computer system. Whoever with the intent to cause, knowing that he is likely to cause wrongful loss or damage to the public or any person, destroys or deletes or alters the information residing in a computer resources, its value or utility as or affects its injury by means commit hack. The next one is punishment for receiving stolen computer resource or communication devices. Whoever dishonestly received or retained any stolen computer resource of communication device, knowing or device or having resource reason to believe the same to be stolen computer resource or communication, shall be punished with imprisonment or either description for a term which may extend to years or with fine which may extend to rupee 1 lakh or with both. Section 66B. Next one is punishment for the identity theft. Whoever fraudulently or dishonestly make use of the electronic signature, password or any unique identification feature of any other person will comes under this category. Next one is punishment for cheating by personalization by using computer resources. Whoever by means for any communication device or communication resource cheats by personalization shall be punished with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 3 years and shall be liable to fine which may extend to 1 lakh rupee. Section 66D. Next one is punishment for violation of the privacy. Whoever intentionally or knowingly capture, publishes or transmit the image of any private area of any person without his or her consent, under this circumstance violation privacy of the person will comes under this category. Next one is network service providers not to be liable in certain cases. For the removal of the doubt, it is hereby declared that no person providing any services as network services provider shall be liable under this act or regulations. Next one is miscellaneous provisions. In this we have some categories. First in that first one is power of police officer and other officer to enter, search, etc. Notwithstanding anything contained in this code of the criminal procedure 1973, any police or officer not to be below the rank of a deputy superintendent of police or any other officer of the central government of the state government. Next one is act to have overriding effort. The provisions of this act shall have effectively, notwithstanding any inconsistent therewith contained in any other law for timing being in force. Next one is controller, deputy controller and assistant controller to be the public servant. The presiding officer and other officer and the employee of the Cyber Appellate Tribunal, the controller, the deputy controller and the assistant controller shall be deemed to be public servants within the meaning of section 21 of the Indian Penal Code. Next one is power to give direction. The central government may give directions to any state government as to be the carrying into execution in the state of any the provisions of this act or any rule, regulations or order made by thereunder. Next one is protection of action taken in good faith. No suit or other legal procedure shall be lie against the central government or the state government, the controller or any person acting on behalf of in the presiding officer, educating officer and the staff of the cyber appellate tribunal for any which is in good faith done. Next one is the special provision as to evidence relating to electronic record. The content of the electronic record may be provided in accordance with the provision of the section 65B. Thank you.